I'm still trying to break down all that Professor Okeke-Chiko said, because when he tried to mention the period where things started to change, I mean, the period where you could keep firewood and you find it, I wasn't around then. Yesterday we had some security men here, and the policeman actually said there was a time you would give a policeman bribe, and he would ask you to chew the money. But these days, a policeman would ask you, for bribe even when you're not willing to give. We're in a time where people are willing to do just anything. I mean, anything. Kill their parents, just do anything just to make money. Like Professor said, I mean, do you agree that that it's a leadership thing, or you think that times have just changed, and we need to evolve? This is like the in thing, because I mean the Gen Zs will tell you this is the way life should be now. Do you agree?
Let's agree on certain things. First and foremost, we have one of the most difficult tasks in Nigeria today. Trying to bring up a child with morality when there is no morality anywhere for him to see as an example is one of the most difficult things we are facing today in this country. And let's be honest, forget about the theories of it. The practical things about what we're facing in Nigeria today is that, look, take the honors list, national honors list. Most of the people you see on that list are either government officials or rich people. Most. Take the honors list at the palaces, that are actually honored by our traditional institutions. Who are the people that are honored with honorary degrees in our universities? Who are the people that are respected within our communities? We've reduced all our values to just one value: ownership of resources, wealth. Unless we go back to somebody, they will tell you that we have respect for elders. Go to any function, you find rich young men in the front row. The elders at the back, if they are lucky to have a seat. There is nothing we do now that is within the norms that we grew up with. We are in a time when parents walk up to the school and fight principals because their child word was corrected of an error. How could that child, ever think that there are values in this world? We pay for people to sit for exams for our children, and we turn the child that grows up through that kind of fraud. Tell me what that child will see as wrong again in society. So generally speaking, you were not there, but I was there. There's a woman in our village, I will never forget that. She sells fruits. She will put her fruits on the ground there and count some stones to represent the cost of these fruits, and drop the stones against each of the bunch of fruits and go back in to cook and do other domestic chores. People will come, pick the fruits, put the money and put the stones on top of the money and go. And she will come back and pick. I witnessed that. It's not a story, So there was no CCTV to see who was stealing. People had CCTV within their consciences. Now, when we came to form a country, a nation called Nigeria, it appeared everybody from wherever they are coming from, north, east, south, and west, went and looked for the worst values in their communities and brought to table. And we aggregated it and made it our national value. All the goods, we kept them away. And over time, the good began to recede from the memories of even those that knew about them. Now, few people knew we ever had good values in this country. Majority of the people believe that what is happening today in Nigeria is actually the norm. And what are the things that are happening? The NOA representative told you, nepotism. favoritism, cutting corners. But the worst of all the values that we are suffering now is the fact that nobody is punished for doing things wrong. If you do not punish wrong action, people will not see wrong action as being wrong. People, every day we hear they've caught somebody, he has stolen this amount of humongous amount of money. The next day you see him dancing. You begin to ask yourself, so for stealing this much money, all you get is, to be celebrated. Why would I steal also? You see a lot of things happening. You see young people making rituals and getting away with it. The reporter said so. We just get away with everything that is wrong, and then we get very little that is right. And I think the first thing that we need to do, like Prof said, leadership by example. If the leadership itself, lives by the tenets of all the things that we believe are right, people will fall in line. But if leadership itself does not lead by example, if young people growing up do not see role models to learn from, if we're not mentoring them on the fine values of equity, fairness, justice, and inclusion, we will continue to get it wrong.